Hello, everyone. This is Renee from Angelic Comfort with your love and romance outlook forecast for the weekend of the dates of September 23rd, 24th, and the 25th. Yes, I had to think about that for a second. A pretty interesting thing going on here for some of you. The Seven of Summer. We have Prince of Summer, we have the Star, and we have the Princess of Summer. And, when you take a look at these, some of you might be interested in more than one person, or you might be in, kind of like in a relationship with more than one person. And it's pretty interesting. Or the person that you like might be in another relationship, and you kind of have like a love triangle going on, or could possibly end up in one. And what we need to do is we need to stop procrastinating, okay? You need to really think about what it is that you want, okay, and make a decision, okay? Because there seems to be a lot of confusion, and somebody's overanalyzing, whether it be you're interested in two people and you're overanalyzing the situation and it's causing you confusion, or maybe you might be one that somebody's interested in, and you are waiting to hear the decision, whether it's you or somebody else, or maybe you don't even know something that somebody is seeing somebody else, and this is happening. But either way, there's a decision that needs to be made, okay? And that's what we're talking about with the card here of the Seven of Summer. And then we talk about the Prince of Summer, somebody who is very romantic and captivating and dramatic and flirtatious. And it's really cool. And, one thing I want to point out about this card is that this person, you can fall in love really suddenly with this person. You could be swept off your feet, as the card says, and the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience, okay? So it can be a very emotional experience. But notice this person, he's on a dandelion, where the seeds are, right? It's come to seeds. And so he likes to spread his love, okay? He likes to share his love, which means he could be involved, he or she could be involved with more than one person, because they can get bored very easily. They can, don't like to necessarily be tied down. But if we also look here too, is that they have a glass heart in their hand, which means they could be very fragile too. So you could say something wrong and they could just, boom, on a whim, gone. They could be gone and you might not hear from them again. So they're a very fragile person, but they're very captivating, they're romantic, they're dramatic, they're flirtatious. Everybody loves this person, okay? And so you need to understand that they might not be around long, that you might be, walking on eggshells as far as, constantly keeping this person entertained, or keeping the topics, up to par, like, more in-depth conversations, or they're very adventurous, but they like to flirt. They like to share their love, okay? And so it could be hard keeping this a relationship with this person, or maybe this is even you, who you get bored after a while, and you like to share the love. But again, there's decisions that need to be made. Okay, and we have the Star card, which I look at as the wish card, okay? And you see that these wishes are being sent out of the fairy's hand. And, we have this beautiful, beautiful ornament here that is kind of like open, like there's a door. And that's the door, that's the lid to this hole where she's wishing these wishes or dreams to come true. It's actually, asking you to have faith and that it can move mountains. There's happy changes on the horizon. And you've been through maybe challenging times with relationships in the past, Maybe you just got out of a relationship, it didn't work out. But wishing this is going to happen. It's a good thing that if you stay optimistic, that a love is going to come in. Now, here's another thing too: is the other person, if there is a love triangle, or if maybe this is going to come into your life, maybe this is even you. This person's gentle, sensitive, kind, and inexperienced. So a new relationship, they're talking about a new relationship or an emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Okay, so, but they're saying this person is inexperienced. So whether this person hasn't been in many relationships, in the past, or they, like if you cry, they're going to cry with you. They're young, they're happy, they might not be such an extrovert where you might be, but you can trust this person to keep your secrets and to have really good conversations with them and stuff, but they're more inexperienced as far as the relationship realm, and they might actually be younger than you, or you might be the one who's inexperienced, and somebody else is going to come in. Maybe you're the one who's less experienced, you might be younger, and in comes the prince, who's going to sweep you off your feet, and it's going to be a very emotional experience for you. And, you're going to fall in love really quickly, but you got to be careful because you're inexperienced and he's not, and he's a flirt and likes to share the love, which means that he could be involved in more than one relationship at any given time. Or he could be the one coming in and bringing you all these wishes, making all of these wishes come true when it comes to love and romance. He's going to go out of his way for you. But, again, you have to keep him engaged in the relationship, okay? Because it's very important to know that if you are going to plan on having a relationship with this person, or like I said, it could be you, it's time to stop and making a decision, time to grow up a little bit. If you are in more than one relationship, and figure out what it is that you really want. And again, if you're wishing on love and everything else, it is here, it's coming. Just make sure that you're aware of, true intentions, or what it is that you're dealing with a person, okay? So then I drew some of the romance angel cards, and it says you're going to have romantic feelings for this person, and give it a try. They're not saying not to, but give it a try. Make sure that you've released your ex and anything, any of the energy that you have had from past relationships, as far as being hurt, on your trust and everything else. Release all of that. It's an all new relationship coming in, and it's a very possibility that it is your soulmate, which I really, really like. This is good. Yes, this is your soulmate. So you have to be able to step out of your comfort zone, but also be aware, pay attention, keep it lively, learn from each other as far as what it is, of your likes and everything. There's romantic feelings there. So if there's romantic feelings, there's got to be some sort of chemistry. And like I said, there's a soulmate card. And then this one came out of the other deck and went right on to this deck when I was doing the other cards and boredom. And it does. It sits right here. You're giving your heart to somebody, but there's, somebody else there. And the wolves are around protecting. But the thing is that when a person is bored, they can move on, or they can take on extracurricular activities. Now, the thing is that if you are the one who's bored, okay, and we're taking a look at, you having to make a decision here, okay, and you're not making the decision, but if you are the one who's bored, okay, it's time to really stop and figure out what it is that you want out of your relationship that you're in, before maybe you wander, okay, and figure out before people get hurt. And this is how people get hurt. So you need to make sure that what it is that you want. If you're bored, if you're bored in your relationship, then try to liven it up a little bit. Don't don't go seeking it elsewhere, because if you are planning on seeking it elsewhere, then you really have a decision to make, right? Whether or not you need to be in this relationship. And like I said, in all fairness, for yourself and for the other person, make sure that everybody's on the up and up. Okay? So that is your love and romance reading, your outlook forecast for this weekend, and it can extend for a couple of weeks because we just, ended the eclipse cycle. So, I need to be aware. And excuse me, I do have a little bit of problem with my voice today because I'm back to work at the school and being around kids, and this is the beginning of the year cold for all the staff. So I apologize for that if you're having a hard time understanding me, or if I'm clearing my throat or anything too much. I do apologize, but here you go. Okay, so romantic feelings, give it a shot. Make sure your past is released, and it is possibly your soulmate. But like I said, he could be coming in, making all your dreams and wishes come true. But maybe you're the inexperienced one. Maybe you're the one who is going to be, maybe you're the romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious one. It could work anyway, okay? But either way, and if you're in a relationship and boredom is setting in, make sure that, you figure out why and try to work it out within that relationship. If not, then it's time to move on. Okay? Have an awesome weekend, everybody. I love you all very much. Namaste.